Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Jaguars offense will come out first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am...
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jenkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The pull and throw off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right at the gut, gets the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
The Jaguars will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
It'll be third and long. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Sets up the screen. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team?
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. The short hands, it's Jenkins. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Fires to the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bullock. He's stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. What a disappointment. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unleashes one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the left side. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. So they're facing third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They booted away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Singleton. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Surging forward on the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Jaguars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Bullock. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Bullock. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Just keep giving them the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
On the run, it's Bullock. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. from the gun, the ground game. There he goes. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Most offensive schemes are predicated on 1st down productivity. That will not go down as a productive 1st down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going over the top. Makes the catch on the left. Up to the races. 10. Touchdown, Tiger. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It skips. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Working the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
And the Jaguars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Jaguars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. When you look at the design of a draw play, you don't often see it going to the outside, but I'm not sure he had much of a choice there.
The running back couldn't find a hole. The defense wasn't full. Listen, when you do see a draw as a defensive lineman, you don't bite. You don't run up the field. You don't rush the passer like they want you to. You sit there and play run for a second. Great job by that defensive line not running themselves out of a play.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they're already in the second quarter. They've got over 200 yards thrown.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Alabama.
This is been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Frazier. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Alston. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Alston. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
And the Jaguars will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are.
Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Auburn. And that one will put him up here in the second half. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
Jaguars in a good spot here with second and short. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes a grab down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for room. It's Bullock. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simmons. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Tiger quarterback giving him a little extra to that War Eagle run there.
And I tell you what, Auburn, one of the greatest fan bases in college football. They love their team, always loud, always proud, and they love to support a quarterback that can run. They've had some good history with good athletes at that quarterback spot.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the air on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
On the ground, it's Cobb. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Dead center perfect. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. go up top. That's caught. It's Jenkins. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking for a huge play. Pulls it in down the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Auburn offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Simmons. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Pulls it in. It's Cobb. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Singleton. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, that gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Cobb. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Alston. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Fields. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're trying to slam it in. Touchdown, Auburn! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for space. It's Bullock. Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up of 2.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Punt is in the air. Takes it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give on the counter. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Fires left. He's got it. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got him where you wanted him. You backed him up on 3rd down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop him. They give up the 1st down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
They'll try the run. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
And the Tigers come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Jaguars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback's showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because 1st down he got sacked, 2nd in California. He's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this 3rd down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
Firing to the right, complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got an open man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. It's complete to the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. That's caught. It's Bullock.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Jaguars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Bullock. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get the...
He'll take a shot. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, South Alabama.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.